So today I wanted to share 3 apps that you need to start using like yesterday. If you're watching on YouTube, what's up? I am in Marrakesh. I am sitting on the floor in a robe, sipping red wine. It's a Wednesday night vibe. And so why not talk about tech? I love technology. I think I was born this way, or my dad made me this way. We got computers pretty early in life. Like when computers became a thing, my dad bought us a desktop. And he always like kept me up to date on like when Discmans dropped or cassettes. Like Walkmans. I had everything. I had iPods when they first dropped. Shout out to that man because he did music wise and tech wise. He kept me on. And so with that, I love technology, and I especially love teaching people how to use different tech in a way that works for them. I think that's one of my superpowers, is communicating how to use something effectively and above all in a way that works for you. I'm going to tell you how I use these 3 apps for myself, but again, my biggest goal with anything is that you use them in a way that works for you. So the first one, Google Keep. Google Keep is so slept on. I have been using it for probably over 10 years. I love all of Google's products, honestly, but Google Keep it's bae. I use it all day. Aside from social media apps, it's probably the app that I use the most, honestly, now that I think about it, which is crazy. I draft everything here. So for example, I send out 2 newsletters. One is the Friday Report, one is Self-Made Sunday. I haven't sent them in a while, but we're back on it soon. And I draft them both in Google Keep. So for example, in the Friday Report, I keep a list of, I always show a list of things that I found on the internet, and I come across things on the internet, I copy the link, I put it in Google Keep in that note. Something I love is you can color code things on Google Keep. Like you can color code your notes. So anytime I program a workout, I make that note green. Any type of shopping list is a blue. It's like a teal blue. So like my groceries, every time I think of something I need to buy, I put it in Google Keep. What else? I have a list of every country I visited and when what year I have visited that country. I have a list of my sexual conquests, like all the men that I have engaged with. I keep a list there of that. A bucket list, I have a wish list, I have ideas for my future home. I keep everything here. And something that I really love is everyone uses Google, obviously, right? Everyone has a Gmail. You can add your spouse or your roommate or your friends to a note. So for example, I keep my grocery list in Google Keep. Well, if you and your husband have a grocery list, you guys can share it, and that way, if you buy paper towels, check it off, and he stops at the store, he's not gonna buy the paper towels because it's no longer on the list. So it is a game changer. I actually use it with my sister to share recipes. It's everything. And like I said, I use Google Keep to draft most things, and then I move them to the second app, which is Notion. To know me is to know I love Notion. Also, fun fact, today they launched an affiliate program, and you know I love passive income, so it's about to be lit. Notion is everything. Notion is a productivity tool. Yeah, it's a workspace is what they call it, but like what is that telling you? You know what I mean? What's a workspace? Basically, I love Notion because it can be as minimal, as basic as you want it to be, or as built out widgets, calendars, colors, pictures, icons. You can get as crazy as you wish, and I love that because although yes, it has a very it has a learning curve for sure. It took me probably 2-3 months to get comfortable with Notion, and I stayed up until like 4 a.m. watching countless videos and tutorials and downloading templates. But once you get into it, it's, oh my God, it's everything. I built my business in Notion, legit. Anyone who works with me, they're added to Notion. Right now, I'm planning a trip. Each year, my friends and I would do a trip called BTE, Best Trip Ever. And I map that out in Notion. I map out my goals. I map out my income. I map out my business metrics. I honestly can't really think of many things that I don't put in Notion other than my grocery list, which is kept on Google Keep, because honestly, Notion recently updated their mobile app, but I'm not really a fan. It's gotten better, but meh. I don't recommend it for mobile, although I still have it on my phone. But yeah, Notion is everything. And on that note, I actually launched or am launching right now a Notion course. It's made to get you fully acquainted with Notion, again, in a way that works for you. And if you have dabbled in Notion or you watch other Notion creators, you'll see they be doing the most. Like, again, Notion is cool because you can make it as basic as you want or as built out as you want, but some people, I'm just like, how can you be productive with all this color and gifs and widgets? It's too much. But I'm going to show you all the things that you can do so that you can create a Notion workspace that works for you. To learn more, you can go to Maed, that's maed.com/Notion, and you can use the promo code MOMENTS for a complimentary 30-minute session with me, just so we can play around in Notion together and figure out how to make it best work for you. I love new friends all the time, and new friends and talking about technology, what? And productivity, jizz. So yeah, Maed, maed.com/Notion. Use the promo code MOMENTS for a complimentary 30-minute session with me, and we get started in September. So hop to it. Lastly, the third one. This one is even more slept on. Like, I have never met anyone who uses this app. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I stay posting to my stories, and I've talked about this. It's called Tripcase. Oh my God, I don't even understand how Tripcase is free, honestly. It's actually, I found out it's owned by Sabre. Sabre is, I won't bore you with the details, but it's basically what travel agents use to book flights and shit on the back end. When I was a travel agent, I used it. You have to learn like basically a secret code, a special language to book flights and stuff, which is actually really cool. But anyway, it's owned by Sabre. I have no idea why it's free, but hey, universe, please keep it free. Basically, Tripcase keeps a running list of basically all of your flights. So you book a flight, right? You get your email confirmation, and then you forward that flight confirmation email to trips@tripcase.com. And then that imports all of the information into the Tripcase app, because the Tripcase app knows my email address. You feel me? And this shit, I don't have my phone next to me, but you see everything. So if your flight is delayed, the time is red. If the flight's early, it's green. You see your gate. There have been so many times where Tripcase updates me about a flight change, a gate change, a delay, whatever, before the airline or the airport even puts it on the board. I cannot stress to you enough, like, the shit's fire. And again, it's because it's owned by Sabre, so it's constantly up to date. This is what travel agents use to schedule things for you or book flights and shit for you. And so you can book an Uber, you can get a map of the airport that you're in. You get your baggage claim number. You know how you land and you're like, yo, what the fuck? I gotta go through, well, if you land in a different country, I gotta go through immigration, I gotta go through customs. I don't know what the fuck my baggage claim number is. You just look on the app and it tells you what number carriage, I think they call them. It tells you where to go, basically. It tells you what number your baggage claim is. Yeah, it's everything. It keeps your layovers in there. It tells you how much time you have in between flights, how long the flight is. I cannot live without it. And I actually started using it in 2014, which is basically when I started flying heavily, because I was like 25, so I became a quote unquote grown up. And it has every flight I've ever taken since I was 24, which is really dope to see and scroll through. So yeah, cannot recommend it enough. Again, it's free. All of these apps that I mentioned also are free, which is all the more reason to start using them. So to recap, 1, Google Keep, 2, Notion, and you can hop on my course if you don't know how to use Notion. I got you. I'm a pretty great teacher, if I say so myself. That's Maed, maed.com/Notion. And lastly, especially for all the travelers out there, Tripcase. And that's a wrap. Thank you for getting through this this tipsy moment with me.